It was a gloomy, windy afternoon when Liam and his friends, Emma and Noah, decided to make a kite. They had been bored all day and wanted an adventure, but little did they know what was in store for them. "I heard there's an old, abandoned house at the edge of town that has all kinds of old stuff," Noah whispered, his eyes shining with excitement. "Maybe we can find some materials there to make a really cool kite." Emma shivered but agreed. "It's just an old house. Nothing scary about it, right?" So, the three friends set off, following the narrow path through the woods. As they walked, the sky grew darker, and a strange fog started creeping around them. The wind howled, and the trees seemed to whisper their names. But they pressed on, trying to be brave. Finally, they reached the old house. It looked like something out of a ghost story, with broken windows, vines crawling up the walls, and a crooked, creaky door that swung open as they approached. "Are you sure about this?" Liam asked, but Noah was already heading inside. Inside, the house was filled with strange things, dusty furniture, old books, and spider webs hanging like curtains. They carefully stepped through the dark rooms, their flashlights casting eerie shadows on the walls. In one room, they found a strange bundle of thin, crinkly paper and some sticks. "Perfect for a kite," Noah whispered, his voice echoing. Emma found a roll of old string and handed it to Liam. But as soon as he touched it, a cold breeze swept through the room, and they heard a faint whisper, "Fly the kite. If you dare." The kids froze, looking at each other with wide eyes. Did you hear that?" Emma stammered, clutching her flashlight tighter. "Probably just the wind," Noah said, but he didn't sound too convinced. Still, they decided to make the kite right there in the old house, trying to ignore the strange feeling that they weren't alone. As they tied the sticks together and stretched the crinkly paper over the frame, the whispers grew louder, and the temperature dropped. They could see their breath in front of them, even though it was the middle of summer. Finally, the kite was done. They took it outside, wanting to get away from the house as quickly as possible. The wind was perfect for flying, so Noah held the string and lifted the kite into the air. But as soon as it rose above the trees, the kite seemed to take on a life of its own. It jerked and twisted, pulling harder and harder until Noah couldn't hold it anymore. The kite broke free, soaring high into the dark sky, swirling and swooping as if controlled by some invisible force. Then they heard it, a chilling laugh, echoing from somewhere above. They looked up and saw a shadowy figure floating alongside the kite. It looked like a ghostly child with hollow eyes and a mischievous grin. "Thanks for the kite," it called out in a raspy voice. The kids screamed and ran back down the path, not stopping until they reached the safety of their neighborhood. They looked back, but the kite was gone, and so was the ghostly figure. From that day on, they never went near the old house again. And whenever they saw a kite flying alone in the sky, they wondered if it was theirs. Still held by the ghostly child who whispered, "Fly the kite. If you dare."